Friday is, from what we hear, in Switzerland. This deal is going to be signed with Iran. Markets have a little bit already reacted to the news. Once that signing happens, I think it'll really bust loose. The U.S.-Iran deal, how's it affect on oil prices? That's the one that everybody focuses on. But, of course, that trickles down to food at the grocery store and other stuff. Steve Cotton is a friend of ours. He's been on several times, financial strategist, a genius, if you will. And he's worked with business and government, public affairs, different investments. Like, as long as you've been in the financial industry, I've been on the radio, Steve. That's kind of wild. Welcome. How you doing?
Well, good morning, Mike. It's always great to be with you, but I am not a genius. I'm just a fast.
I consider you the financial guru. So there's that. Food prices. Let's talk about Friday when they signed this deal with Iran and the Middle East crisis supposedly is over. What's that do to groceries? Automatically we're going to be able to afford meat again?
Well, there are a couple of things going on. I just checked. North Sea Brent crude is down from a high of $119 a barrel to only $77.72. West Texas Intermediate crude's down $75.97 a barrel. So the trends are good. The president was correct when he said that if we got a settlement, oil prices would plunge. That is correct. But there's a lag effect on the ripple effect that will have on food prices, on the cost of plastics. And in Texas, we now have an outbreak of screwworm in South Texas, which threatens to drive up meat prices. Yeah. So, you know, there are all kinds of factors at play here. But I think it'll be a 2-week lag effect before people will see it in the grocery stores, but you'll see it at the gas pump first.
Gas pump first, and then what do you think? Maybe farmers before consumers will see it, because they got fertilizer too, isn't that?
That's exactly right, Mike. This has been a big hit on the cost of fertilizer, which affects farming and farm prices, but there's even a lag effect there as well.
This show, to help out with the shortage of fertilizer and the problem with it, we probably spread our fair share of audio fertilizer as much as we can, but that's a whole different thing.
But it's high-grade fertilizer, Mike.
Yeah, there you go. This has sort of been an education, I think, for a lot of people, though, as to how everything is intimately, closely knitted together. Food and petroleum and fertilizer and garments and virtually everything, shipping-wise.
Well, it is. You're exactly right. And I think what we're seeing, there are two issues on the oil side. One is our ability to supply the American people, and we are now an oil exporting nation and have been in both President Trump's terms. But that's different than the global price of oil, which has a negative effect on everybody when that goes up. And I think President Trump was looking at the big picture and seeing that our Middle East allies were having trouble exporting their oil. They were running out of supply. They were going to have to shut in wells, which potentially damages reservoirs. He's seeing the global price of oil on inflation, on economic development, and I think he is trying to cut the best deal he can, given the fact that the Iranian regime seems very resilient, even if it is corrupt.
It's hard to figure out who you're dealing with over there. I've been told that many times, because you've got the suits, then you've got the uniforms, then you've got the religious garb, and it's hard to figure out who's who, especially when we took out the top folks. Well, let's hold it. Let's hope it gets to Switzerland Friday. Do you think there'll be some sort of thing Friday right after a signing ceremony as far as markets? Don't we get interest rates later on this afternoon, don't we?
Well, Kevin Warsh has just become the chairman of the new Fed, or new chairman of the Fed, and I think the betting is that the Fed is, in view of the inflation picture, the Fed is unlikely to lower rates again. They may maintain a hold position. That will not please the president, but Warsh he's an economist. He is a savvy guy, and the Fed's going to look at the inflation factors and unemployment. And right now, unemployment is fairly low. We're at full employment in the economy, but I don't see the Fed lowering interest rates. I also don't think they will raise interest rates. So I think they'll be in a hold position, and that's better than nothing.
Yeah, yeah. He's Steve Cotton, WMA, which is we manage a lot. Is that what that manage? Is that what that stands? WMA. What is it?
Cotton Wealth Management Associates.
Well,
Dallas, Texas.
there it is.
We've got
Wealth
clients
See,
all over the country.
Yeah, you do, we've talked before, and we've known each other for a while here. As you know, I have no wealth, so we just talk on the radio. That's about it. By the way, Brent crude right now, 76.62, $76 and a half.
Down a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. Those trends are great.
It's kind of fun to watch, actually, but then you end up wasting a couple hours. But
I would just remind everybody that 2 or 3 days is an eternity in the Middle East. A lot can change. Israel reserves the right to defend itself in Lebanon, and they ought to have that right. The Iranians are totally untrustworthy. So we'll have to see what the particulars are rolling out in this agreement, but I'm starting to see some things that I'm not too happy about.
Like, really? Like what?
Well, number one, the regime survives. That's a loss for us. Number two, they insist on Israel getting out of Lebanon. Israel disagrees. The fact that we're even discussing that is a negative. And we're gonna postpone. We're gonna have a 60-day negotiation on the particulars of their nuclear program in terms of getting the uranium back out of the ground there. So there's a lot that's unresolved. But the fact that the regime has survived does not give me hope.
Doesn't
for the
bode
future.
well. Yeah, as we know, because they bounce, they'll come back, and they come back at you, and it's different, and it's, I got you. We'll keep an eye on it, Steve. I appreciate your time. We're up on time. We got to let you loose. I know you've got adding and subtracting and stuff to do for clients everywhere.
Thank you, Mike.
Steve Cotton. Thanks, buddy. All right, talk to you later.